I think that's going too far. You have anger issues if you get that upset over a book. Hi guys, it's Teresa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reading 1-star reviews of my favorite books. Now, I know this video has been done a million times before and I'm so unoriginal in doing it again, but at the same time I'm just so curious because I don't typically look at the terrible reviews for books I love, but it's very rare for me to love a book that everybody else hates, so I don't really see them that much. So I'm just curious, I'm nervous, we shall see how this goes. I just want to preface this by saying that of course this video is just for fun. Do not take this seriously. Everybody is always entitled to their own opinion, even if I pick an opinion apart or like if I say something mean or whatever. Like, it's for fun. Let's lighten up. This is not serious. I'm not judging anybody for having a different opinion. Okay, before we get into it, like, subscribe, the usual, and now let's look at some terrible reviews for books that I would probably lay down my life for. So I'm gonna jump in the deep end and start on probably the most painful one, and that's The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Since that book came out about a year ago, I have been non-stop talking about it. I love this book to death. I know some people don't quite enjoy it as much. I love it to death, and I'm so scared. Out of about 6,450 reviews, 300 are 1-star reviews. I'm not gonna read all of them, obviously, but I'm just gonna look through these, okay? This is just blatantly disgusting, problematic, and fat-phobic, and honestly, I might have let it slid away if the plot was more interesting. The memory loss aspect of the beginning is a very convenient way to start a book, and this game the character is thrust into doesn't seem to have a purpose or reason to it. Yeah, that's because you DNF'd it at 20%. Maybe that's why. Perhaps it will be, okay, there she says, perhaps it will be explained in the book. I'm not willing to read the rest of it to find out. Okay, first of all, I don't know why I'm already starting this video off on a problematic note. Somehow, I didn't know this book was even remotely in any way, shape, or form supposed to, or like, could be considered problematic. I don't know. So many people with 1-star seem to have DNF'd it. DNF at 75%. I feel like I'm the only one on earth who holds this unpopular opinion, and I'm so disappointed, but I feel like I've aged 10 years over the course of reading this book. It had so much potential and I was so excited to read it, but it's achingly slow, and there are millions of characters introduced. I literally had no idea who's who. I read the last chapter and I have no idea what happened or how it got solved, and I really want to know, so if anyone would be kind enough to spoil me. What? This seems to be a theme here where like people are confused that they don't know what's going on, but that they refuse to continue reading the book. Maybe that's why you don't understand what's happening, you know? Like, just reading the ending is not gonna give you the full effect. One cannot lose their memory, then be a different person each day while the time seems to be going backwards, yet the poor idiot somehow retains the memory of the previous day. Mind you, he was a different person back then, despite those events never having taken place yet, because when the morning wakes up tomorrow, it's actually yesterday. How fucked up must one be to praise such balderdash? Okay, what? Why is time going backwards, first of all? Second of all, that's the premise. That's like the idea of this like Groundhog Day, I don't know, reliving the same day over and over again. It's a very unique premise, in my opinion, this like 7-day span for this book. That's just how the world works. Like, sure, it's not realistic, but let's just put it out there. I don't think it is trying to be realistic, okay? Wow, the review ends on a strong note. Gothic meets the 1920s? No, sir. Mentally insane people and mentally retarded people, oh wow, have produced the utmost piece of shit, and some brain-dead zombies managed to give it fabulously positive reviews in the press and on the blogs. What are you... Okay. He just goes on and then ends it with, well, fuck you all, you're in need of a psychiatrist. Okay, this must be one of the most belligerent, aggressive comments or reviews I have ever read. It's so unnecessary. Fuck you. Like, you know, just don't enjoy it if you don't enjoy it. Don't be a dick about it. Don't diminish other people and their experiences because you personally didn't experience it the same way. Like, what's wrong with you? You need a psychiatrist. You have anger issues if you get that upset over a book. Okay, after that, I think we need to move on because that was very aggressive. Let's do a book that I have reread at this point like 3 times, I think, and I loved it every single time. That's Stolen Songbird by Danielle L. Jensen. This book has one of the worst creepiest, most awkward love stories I've ever come across. Okay, what? First, already I'm aghast. It's done so badly I had to skim through most romantic parts. Not that there were many anyway. Yeah, because it's a slow burn romance. That's not the focus. It's not a love story. It has a love story. Difference. I just don't get how anyone can appreciate this kind of romance. It has all the worst qualities literature has come up with. A violent kidnapping. Sure, but that's not directly related to the romance, okay? Forced nuptials with a creepy creature. Also true, but also not directly related to romance. Instant love based on a special bond of minds. Okay, I do concede this point, but just imagine being bound to somebody mentally. Like, of course you get to know them better, and of course that would create a special bond. And it's not completely inconceivable that they might fall in love. I don't think that's so wacky. Clueless, wimpy, weak heroine with a giant case of Stockholm Syndrome who doesn't seem to be bothered by being thrust into a violent world where she's being used and everybody treats her like a piece of crap, especially her husband. I've said before, this book has one of the best hate-to-love romances in my opinion because it's done very well. Tristan is a dick for large portions of the book, but that's not his actual personality. We learn later that that's mostly put on for a specific purpose. He does treat her badly at times, but it's still romantic, okay? Somehow, I don't know. The pair is star-crossed as well, although for the life of me, I haven't been able to figure out a single reason as to why. I don't get that. Does the star-cross just mean like fate is turned against you or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. This is probably my favorite comment. Oh, you stupid, silly little prick. Why do you aggravate me so? I am very angry at this book because it started out okay, got funny, got good, got a few tugs at the heart, and then turned around and completely fucked everything over. The characters stopped being themselves and became idiot puppets stuffed with stupid just so they could stretch this out into 3 books. Trilogies are great, I love them, but if you need to hit everyone with the stupid stick, you done fucked up. Go back, your story needs to be edited. Okay, what? What are you talking about? First of all, did you even read the sequels? I don't know, I can't tell if this person read the sequels. But the sequels have a point. There's a reason for this. I don't think that there's any particularly stupid decisions being made in this book. I don't get it. This one's also great. I had to force myself to finish this book. Like, come on, how many times can the main characters nearly die in the span of like a day? A lot, okay? If you live in a dangerous situation, you get close to dying a lot. Like, that's kind of logical. I found myself constantly stressed and frustrated with Cecil and pretty much every thought or action she performed. From the very beginning, it was perfectly ordinary to kidnap a woman and sell her to another man with her having no say in the matter. Perfectly ordinary that said slave woman would understand that it was just a cruel thing that she had to be kidnapped and married and not blame the dude who bonds with her. Right. What are you talking about? She fights the kidnapping. She's very mad at the dude who kidnaps her. She's very mad at Tristan for like half of the book. I don't get what you're saying here. I found it completely implausible that this woman would be okay with being forcibly bonded to a complete stranger. She wasn't okay with it. Yeah, and next sentence is, I hope I'm colossally misunderstanding this story. And it really does have this strong female lead. I think you are. I think you are, sir. Or lady, I don't know. Okay, let's do one last one because this video is getting kind of long. I'm gonna do Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Let's look at this one. Brain Dead, Wannabe, here's Red Rising. Good start. Pierce Brown, I'm a hack writer. Buy my copy of The Hunger Games on Mars. I mean Red Roses, Red Riding Hood, Red Rising, whatever. Here's what I wrote during my shifts at McDonald's. Fuck originality, I'm in this for the Benjamins, 4-picture movie deal, here I come. Okay, first off, I know this book has a generic premise. This has been established. There's a lot of books that are derivative works. There's a lot of books that, borrow elements from other books, but they're still their own thing. And I think that's the crux of the matter here. Red Rising is unlike those books in so many ways. It's unlike The Hunger Games. It's better than The Hunger Games. Sure, some elements are borrowed, but I think this lack of originality isn't necessarily enough to dismiss a book completely. I think that's very short-sighted because most books are actually not completely original because everything under the sun has been written before. Mars, the future, generic, yes. Comforting, generic crap. I don't think Red Rising is particularly comforting. That's really not the word I would use. Checklist for writing an American bestseller. Hot jailbait ass. What? Why jailbait? Aren't they all underage? I don't know. Crap romance. Oh, come on. That's just rude. YA label so no one is intimidated with scary big words or ideas. The book isn't written in like a dumbed down fashion, I think, so I don't know where they get that from. One-dimensional goodies and baddies because complex characterization is complex. We have read entirely different books. Darrow, I just wanna mine. I mean, hell dive and bone you, ew my beautiful teen bride. Ew, no Darrow, my hunky teen hubby, you've gotta be like the savior of Mars or something. Darrow, I think Disney did a movie like that recently and it didn't do well. Ew, this will play better because it's about love, but not really. I'll die giving you a contrived reason to go through with this revolution that you don't give a shit about, but I do, and it'll be like romantic. Darrow, fucking hell, so even in death you're making me do shit I don't wanna do, so I've, what, gotta kill some evil dude? Ew, who knows, certainly not the right of Pierce, so shit, even my surname is smeared brown. Okay, this is getting weirdly personal to the author, I don't know if that's okay. But here's what you're going to do with that, that doesn't really inform how you'll change the world. I'm gonna die as a martyr even though the ruling classes kill people all the time for no reason and nobody bats an eyelid. My death is special because you are Neo, I mean the chosen one, I mean whatever your name is, arbitrary hero guy. You'll undergo risky plastic surgery to look like a god. They're the ruling classes because Pierce Brown read a Green Lantern comic recently and colored divisions made sense to his infantile brain. Okay, I'm gonna stop at this point because this review is really long. It's funny as hell though, and I'll link it below if you wanna read it. I don't know. I'm finding it difficult to have like strong negative reactions to these reviews because I don't really care if other people hate them. 30% of misery and pain with no prospect of happiness anytime soon. Okay, at least you're being honest. I felt no connection to the characters. The only thing I felt was their pain. That's a connection, I would say. This is probably my favorite review so far. It says, present tense, nope. F that noise, I'm out. That's like the whole review. I'm sure you could have found out what tense it was written in before getting the book and like getting invested. I don't know. Ow, 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 my foot hurts so bad, guys. I fell asleep so bad. Like probably you because this video is so boring. I'm sorry. I don't have like interesting reactions to these reviews because I really don't care. They're not really telling me anything that like is shocking to me or anything like that, except they're like personal attacks on authors. I think that's going too far. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. I think I'm the wrong kind of person to do this because I just don't care about the negative reviews. I care about like personal attacks on authors. I don't think that's okay, but other than that, like, sure, don't enjoy it. I don't get that invested into a book. I get invested into them for myself, like I'm super hyped, but I don't really feel the need to bashing the people that hated them. Like it's fine, it's a book. Let's all move on, I guess. Okay, I'm sorry this video was so boring. I'm gonna have to see if I even want to upload it, but I'm considering this a fail. I hope you still got something out of it. That's it for this video. Hope it was still something, and I will see you very soon with another one. Have a lovely week. Bye!